heart failure is a global problem. Over 60 million people are impacted globally, and half of them will die within 5 years of their diagnosis of heart failure. It's a significant issue, which I'm familiar with from my time at American College of Cardiology. And personally, I understand the emotional toll it takes on a family because I've experienced it from the death of a family member. So it's a significant issue with no good solutions in place. So in the US, heart failure is the single largest readmission rate in the country. Every readmission reduces the lifespan of a patient. And it's an economic issue as well. $16,000 to $26,000 for every patient readmitted, besides the penalties and all the other economic issues at the hospital you face. Now, since it's a big issue, there are current methods out there, but they're invasive, costly, and non-specific to lung fluid congestion. And congestion is the reason why they end up in the hospital. And hemodynamic congestion is the issue where they end up in the hospital. Specifically, lung fluid from hemodynamic congestion, which is fluid leaching into the lungs when the pressure and volume increases. So our device is a reusable device, as you can see here. And the patch is consumable. So we have two revenue streams there. The device itself was designed for accuracy with patent-protected technology, patents issued globally in the US, Europe, and other countries as well, and others are pending. And it's a radio frequency technology underlying it. So our pilot study, where we tracked net fluid load of a patient over an 8 days, this is one of the patients which stayed 8 days. You can see length of stay is long. The blue line represents the net fluid load. You can see that the fluid is decreasing. At the same time, we tracked it. The dotted green line talks about looks at the lung fluid, and we tracked it very well. Now, for FDA approval, we need a 510(k) approval. We need to compare it to a gold standard. In our case, we are comparing it to CT measurements of lung fluid. And as you can see from this preclinical study, 95% correlation of our reading to what the CT measured. Excellent, excellent results there. And the variation is very, very acceptable from the Bland-Altman test for patient management. So, as I mentioned, there is competition out there. We put it into 3 buckets: invasive and surrogate measures, and then fluid measurement. Invasive are just what they are, and because of that, they're expensive, and they're limited to very sick patients. The surrogate measures do not measure lung fluid. They try to tell you the heart failure is worsening. They do not tell you what's going on with the patient with lung fluid. There is fluid measurement devices out there, but they are significantly expensive and also limited by FDA for what patient they can be used on. So here's where we come in and our value proposition. If you look at this triangle, you want to avoid getting to the apex of the triangle, which is where an hospitalization event happens. You want to be at the extreme left of the triangle, which is where we are going to be. That is where the invasive solutions are, about 3 weeks early when you detect hemodynamic congestion. On the apex of the triangle, you're detecting clinical congestion. That's where you're looking at symptomatic things, and that's too late. And that's why these patients are suffering. So we did a customer discovery with clinicians. These are cardiologists, heart failure cardiologists, emergency medicine doctors. They love what they're seeing, and they have agreed that they have a significant clinical need for a product like ours with a significant value, and if available, they will use it very often. So from a market entry steps, we are moving along quite well. We are right now getting ready for a pivotal study, and that's what we are raising funds for. It's a 55-patient study, already talked to FDA about it, and they are on board with our plan. The next is after that is getting to the initial target sales. We'll go after large academics because that's where the KOLs reside, and then additional clinical studies to support it. So it's a large market, like I already said, and we are going after the 10% of the worst and the sickest patients. When I say worst, I mean sickest patients. And that's about 10% of the total market. Our business model provides for multiple revenue streams, from device sales, for recurring sales, from patient monitoring, and also from patch sales. And also provides accretive benefits to hospitals and providers because they can reduce readmissions, they can reduce length of stays, and free up beds. What are we looking for? We have raised already $2.2 million to get up to where we are now, and we're looking to raise $3.2 million in the next round. That will take us through FDA clearance in about 2 years. And then after that, 6.8 to get us to commercialization and self-sustaining. That's the layout of the cash use. And our team is a proven team with deep experience. Dr. William Abraham, who's a co-founder along with me, he is the preeminent heart failure cardiologist in the world. And he has been associated with CardioMEMS and other exits in the market space. Dr. Emery Urton, he's the engineer behind it and the professor at OSU, deep DARPA experience, and that's where the technology comes from. It's a radar technology. Dr. Ernst Stooge is a chairman of a board, ex-Abbott, ex-Medtronic, 10 exits, two unicorns. And Flavio and David are our business side of support. So what are we looking for? Looking for your support to get us to where we want to go. We have a solid market, we have a solid team, and an excellent solution to make a difference in this space. And we believe we can have an extraordinary return in the next 3 to 5 years because we have talked to strategics and they're very interested in what we have. Thank you for your time. And if I can answer any questions, please do.